no end to it all. Though all year I've muttered my pleas to the gods for a long groped for end. Wish it were over, this waiting, this watching. 12 weary months, night in and night out, crouching and peering, head down like a bloodhound, paws propping muzzle, up here on the palace belonging the blood clan of Atreus, Agamemnon, Menelaus, bloodkin, our clan chiefs. I've been so long staring, I know the stars backwards, the chiefs of the star clans, king stars, controllers, those that dispense us the cold snaps and dog days. I've had a whole year's worth, so I ought to know. A whole year of it. Still no sign of the signal I'm supposed to catch sight of. The beacons, the torch blaze that means Troy's finally taken. The woman says watch, so here I am, watching. That woman's not one who's all wan and woeful. That woman's a man, the way she gets moving. Put down your palliasse, dew-drenched by daybreak, not the soft bed you dream anything good in. Fear stays all night. Sleep gives me short time. Daren't drop off, though. Might miss it, the beacon. And if I miss it, life's not worth the living. Sometimes, to stop nodding, I sing, or try singing. But songs stick in my gullet. I feel more like weeping when I think of the change that's come over this household. Good once, and well ordered. But all that seems over. Maybe tonight it'll finish, this watching, this waiting, an end to the torment we've yearned for. 10 years. Come on, blasted beacon, blaze out of the blackness. It's there! An oasis like daylight in deserts of dark. It's there, no mistaking. Agamemnon's woman. Best let her know the beacon's been sighted. Time all the women were wailing their welcome. Troy's taken. Troy's down and Troy's flattened. They'll be dancing in Argos and I'll lead the dance. My master struck lucky. So have I reckon. Sighting the beacon's a dice throw, all sixes. Soon I'll be grasping his hand, Agamemnon's. Let him come home to us, whole and unharmed. As for the rest, I'm not saying. Better not said. Say that an ox ground me gob into silence. They'd tell such a story, these walls, if they could. Those who know what I know what I'm saying. Those who don't know won't know. Not from me.
10 years
since clan chief Menelaus
and his blood kin Agamemnon,
the twin-yoked rule from clan chief Atreus,
double throne stones,
double chief staves,
pursued the war suit against Priam,
launched a 1,000-ship armada off from Argos to smash Troy. Mewing war cries, prey birds shrilling, lest their child loss, wild frustration, nestlings snaffled, prey birds soaring, wildly sculling, swirling airstreams, using broad bird wings like oars. Birth pangs, nothing. Nest care, nothing.
nothing!
Fostered nestlings, nothing.
birds!
Shrilling!
But one of the god powers up above them.
Apollo, Pan, or Zeus, high he god?
Hearing the birds' shrill desolation,
Birds, just strangers in God's spaces.
sends down the slow but certain fury.
To appease the grudge the grieved birds feel.
So Zeus, protector of man's guest right, sends the avenging sons of Atreus down on Paris.
Son of Priam. Because of Helen,
Last load.
man hive. Helen the she manned by too many he's. Bed bond,
No, not bed bond. Spear clash.
sword half shattered.
Hacked bone smashed.
Sparring, skirmish,
Dust clouds.
bloodstorm, Trojans.
Greeks.
Not bed bond, blood bath.
The war in Troy still in a stalemate, marking time and where it's got to.
Till the fulfillment that's been fated.
Once the Furies after victims. No sacrifices.
No libations.
Stop the headlong grudges onrush.
But as for us, recruiters' refuse, too old to join the expedition, shriveled leafage left to wither, we go doddering about on sticks. Neither the nursling nor the senile have juice enough to serve the war god. War god fodder's prime manhood. Argos geezers back to malehood.
Ghosts still walking after cockroach.
Old men, dreams abroad in daylight.
Sheet out of Tyndareus, Clytemnestra. What news have you had?
What fresh report? You've given orders for sacrifice? Why? All the godstones of this blood clan, earth god, sky god, threshold market. Look! They're all alight, all blazing.
Look here and there, the flaring firebrand.
Toast into flame by smooth-tongued torch oil.
Brought out of store for great occasions.
If you can, tell us. Give us some comfort.
Soothe all that grief that's chewed our guts.
Hope glimmers a little in these lit godstones, blunts the sharp chops of gnashing despair. Gabs, the last god gift of the flabby and feeble. Singing the omens that mobilized Argos. Two grey birds came as prophecy, black wing and silver hue, came for outwing kings to see. Out of the blue, the right side was the side they flew, spear side, light side war, one black wing, one silver hue, and everybody saw them tear with talon and with claw the belly of a pregnant hare, and everybody saw the brood from their old mother torn, wallowing in warm life blood, and dead as soon as born. Black wing and silver hue prophesying war, the twin grey birds that cry at you, hungering for more. Batter, batter, batter the doom drum, doom drum. But believe, there'll be better, better.
Calchas the clan seer, cunning in seercraft, when he saw before him the armed sons of Atreus, knew what menfolk were meant by the prey birds.
Agamemnon,
Menelaus,
battle-hungry, hair devourers.
host commanded by twin birds, soldiers who leave these shores, first fate will wait.
waste choice crops and birds.
Then make the inner city yours.
The moment when the iron fits between the jaws of
Troy.
Lay no sky curse, glower down on it.
And no god grudge destroy.
Artemis, pure she-god,
Stone with pity for the hair, all mothers
and their unborn young,
come under her kind care.
Her father's hounds with silent wings swoop down on that scared beast. Artemis, she loves wee things and loathes the prey bird's feast.
batter,
Batter,
batter the doom drum.
doom drum,
But believe
believe
that they'll be better.
better.
Artemis, pure she-god,
Stone with pity by the hair, all mothers and their unborn young,
Come under her kind care.
kind even to the lion pup.
you're the one we cry to. You.
Kind to wild beasts at the pack. Stop bad signs coming true.
Apollo,
He-god, healer,
your she-kin, Artemis, intervene.
prevent her sending winds on the fleet from the wrong direction, keeping the armada too long at anchor.
Making a blood debt sacrifice certain.
A sacrifice no one wants to eat meat from.
A sacrifice no one wants to sing songs to.
Whetting the grudge in the clan chief's household. Weakening the bond between woman and man lord. A grudge wanting blood for the spilling of child
A
blood.
grudge brooding only on seizing its blood dues.
These omens, both fair and foreboding, Calchas the clan-seer saw in the bird signs. Batter,
Batter,
batter the doom drum,
doom drum,
but believe
believe
that they'll be better. So Agamemnon
First clan chief of Argos.
found no fault in the clan-seer's foretelling, and went where the winds of his life lot were listing.
The Achaean armada still anchored off Aulis. Wind force and wave swell keep the ship shorebound.
Men sapped of spirit.
Supplies running short.
Food pots and grain jars crapping their contents.
Ship planks gape open.
Frayed cables and rigging. Time dragging.
Each day seeming 2 days.
The flower of Argos bedraggled and drooping.
Calchas the clan-seer saw into the storm cause. Artemis,
She-god,
goaded to god grudge.
the clans and the clan chiefs clamor for sea calm.
The god's up that gets it makes their guts sicken.
The cure for the storm blast makes strong men craven. The clan chiefs of Argos drummed their staves on the earth and wept.
and wept.
And couldn't stop weeping. Then the first he-child of Atreus
Agamemnon
choked back his crying.
and finally spoke.
Hard,
Hard for a general not to obey. Hard for a father to kill his girl. His joy. Kill his own she-child. Virgin blood.
Father guilt,
Rhyming the godstone.
Can I choose either without doing evil? Leave the fleet in the lurch?
Shirker,
Deserter! Let down the allies.
we've all sworn allegiance.
They're asking for blood.
It's right what they're asking.
The virgin's blood only will calm the wind's bluster.
So be it then. daughter.
There's no other way. Necessity.
He kneels to it.
Neck into the yoke strap.
The general, harnessed to what he can't change.
And once into harness, his whole life lot lurches towards the unspeakable horror. The crime!
So men get gold.
Get hauled into evil?
Recklessness starts it.
Then there's no stopping.
So a father can take his own she-child.
Take her
And kill her!
His she-child.
his own flesh and blood.
The war effort wants it, the war effort gets it.
The war for one woman.
The Whore War!
A virgin's blood launches the ships off to Troy.
Her shilling!
Beseeching.
Papa!
Papa! Iphigenia.
A virgin!
What's a virgin to hawks and to warlords?
He says a god plea her father.
The father!
Then orders attendants to hoist her up onto the god's stone.
She bends herself double,
Beseeching Papa.
Wraps her clothes round her.
making it harder.
Up she gets hoisted.
Like a goat to the godstone.
A gag in her mouth,
Her lovely mouth curved like a horse's.
so that this blood clan's not blasted by curses.
A gone stream groundwards, the loose flow of saffron.
Cloth drifting, cloth trailing.
She darts some more glances that go through their hearts, deep into them, wounding,
Painting that seems to be speaking.
seeking to say things but locked in its stone.
They know what her eyes say. That gang round the godstone.
Often they'd seen her at meals with her father.
In the place beside his.
When they sat at his table. The welcoming table of King Agamemnon.
She sat beside him,
His innocent she-child.
singing the lyre song after libations. The melodious grace thanks to Zeus.
The preserver.
What came next?
Didn't see.
So can't tell you.
What Calchas foretold all came to fulfillment.
Suffering comes first, then after awareness.
The future? You'll know when it's here.
Foreseeing the futures to weep in advance.
The present's enough. And what's going to happen?
Let it be what we've hoped for.
Us,
The poor remnants.
so long the sole bulwark of monarchless Argos.
Clytemnestra, we come to you as we would to our clan chief.
For it's right that we honor the wife of the clan chief when the man-lord himself's not here on the throne stone.
Is it good news and firm news? Or mere wishful thinking that makes you sacrifice now on the godstones?
Like mother, like daughter. May last night's good news give birth, this dawn light, to a day like her mother. What I've got to tell you is beyond all you've hoped for. The Greek armies have taken the city of Priam.
Taken Troy. Did my ears hear you right?
Wasn't I clear?
Troy was taken last night.
My eyes fill with tears, tears of sheer joy.
Then your eyes know it's true, our taking of Troy.
Can you be certain with no news that's concrete?
Yes, unless the whole thing is some he-god's deceit.
Or some dream of Troy taken which seems to you true?
I put trust in seeming, no more than you.
Some rumor has reached you the war's at an end.
I'm no simple child wit. Don't condescend.
So Troy has been taken, when did you say?
Last night, she who just gave birth to today.
The news came so fast over such a long way.
Fire god Hephaestus flashed out from Mount Ida. Flame after flame bore the beacon's dispatches. Jaded flame to fresh flame, bearing the fire news.
Ida to Crag Hermes on the island of Lemnos. From there its third stretch to the top of Mount Athos, the peak that Zeus favors. Then further upwards and over the ocean, dazzling and flaring, luring up fish shoals to see what the flash is. A fire-tailed comet transmitting its message to the watchtowers, scanning the sky on Makistos. They weren't caught napping. They flung the flame onwards, and it hurtled over Euripus, and watchmen marked it from their Messapian outpost. They kindle heaped brushwood and speed the flame further. It gathers momentum. It doesn't diminish. It streaks like a meteor over Asopus and lands on Kithyron and sparks off the next one. Again, not neglected, so eager the watchmen, they get up a blaze that doubles the last one. From the bog of Golgopis to Mount Aegyplantus, the bright chain of fire links remaining unbroken. They spare no effort and heap on the kindling. The flame hair streaming out over the headland that faces Gulf Ceylon, and then dropping southwards to the crag of Arachne that borders on Argos, then straight to the roof of the palace of Atreus, the flame that was fathered in Troy's conflagration. My torchbearers bearing the batons of blazes. That's the sign, the proof you've been wanting. All the way from Troy, from my man Lord to me.
The gods will get all our thanks for their bounty.
But your tale's such a marvel, we'd like it repeated.
We'd like all the details. You said first it Hephaestus?
Troy's held by the Greeks is the truth you're not grasping. Pour oil onto vinegar in the same full pot. They'll never blend in brotherly blood bond. So life-lots in conflict cause cries that conflict. The Trojans all tearful, their arms round their fallen, embracing cold corpses, the widows, the orphans, knowing their own lives mean only bond chains, keen for their bloodkin, their nearest, their dearest. The Greeks, their whole night spent in harsh skirmish, famished for breakfast, swoop down onto Troy. No billets allotted, all discipline broken, each man for himself, the luck of the straw lot. They bed themselves down in the houses they captured, free of the night frost, rough beds in the open, sleep for once without sentries, and wake up refreshed. So provided they don't give Troy's gods provocation and leave unmolested their sacrosanct seats, there's a chance that the victors will never be victims. I hope our platoons aren't driven by loot lust to bring what's tabooed back home here as booty. They still need some safety on the last lap back home. And even if the Greeks give grudge to no godheads, the dead that they've slaughtered can't sleep forever. Let disaster stop at the place it's reached so far. The cycle be broken and hope start to happen. Let a life lot that's lucky get crowned with the laurels. You've heard all my feelings. Those of a woman.
You feel like a woman, but talk like a man talks.
Now I've heard all your proofs. Now I can offer the gratitude due to the gods who guard Argos.
The joy we feel now seems worth all we've suffered.
Zeus, the high he-god, with Night as his helper, cast a vast trammel over Troy's towers.
Men get meshed in it.
Women.
Children.
All dragged ashore and beached in harsh bondage.
Zeus cast it!
Zeus!
Protector of guest right.
Zeus got the bullseye when he shot Paris.
An arrow that took 10 years to its target.
The Zeus shot, they call it.
No doubting it either.
Zeus says it, it happens.
His plans get accomplished. It was like that with Paris.
Guest, stranger, and welcome at the hospitable table of the blood clan of Atreus.
His gratitude,
Guest, thanks, grabbing of Helen.
And what did Helen bequeath to her people?
spear clash and shield clang.
The massive armada.
The dowry she went with to Troy was destruction.
A bad day for this house.
Bad day for the master. Look at the bedclothes.
Still rumpled with passion.
Menelaus apart.
He's brooding his love loss. Stunned into silence.
A shadow.
A ghost man.
Statues mean nothing.
Stones, eyeless and lifeless.
His sleep's full of dream wives.
Helen-shaped shadows that bring ease a moment, then vanish away.
He tries to grasp her. She slips through his fingers, shadowing off down the flyways of sleep.
This is the anguish of the country's chief household.
It doesn't stop there, though.
Grief goes all over.
Each house in Argos sent someone to battle.
And gets back for menfolk.
Jars full of cinders.
A plectrum of sorrows plucks women's grief strings.
Geld Shaker is god of war.